I'm joined by Sugarland Space Cowboys manager Mickey Storey. Mickey, how's the season been for you? How would you kind of assess how things have been progressing for the team overall?
It's been good. I mean, obviously we got off to a slower start than we wanted to. A lot of new players on the roster this year. A lot of guys coming up from Double A. Where the past couple of years we've had quite a bit of the same players who've been at this level and at the big league level in years past. So this year was a big learning curve for some guys early on. But, I mean, the second half of the season has gone extremely well. A lot of these guys have settled in. Offense has picked up a ton. A lot of guys are having really, really productive seasons. Corey Julk's having a great year. We got to see David Hensley have a really good year and now get a chance to play in the big leagues. A number of guys, Hunter Brown obviously came back for year 2 in Triple A, and, we know what he's capable of doing, and now we get to see him up. Jiner Diaz came through as a top prospect, and, he's up in the big leagues now. But all in all, it's been really good. I'm happy with the way these guys have rebounded after a slow first half and not being as successful as we would like in the wins and loss column. But, development-wise, production-wise, the second half has been really exciting.
Yeah, for sure. I've been seeing that offense put up some really big numbers, a lot of homers, a lot of high scores for this team. You have a lot of people going up to the Astros, and it's been a lot of activity for this team. But which players have kind of stood out to you this season in terms of their development?
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few. I mean, offensively, Corey Julk has had an incredible year. Kind of gets, I don't know how you get brushed under the radar with 25 home runs and almost 20 stolen bases at this point, but he's really been a catalyst in our lineup at the top of the order. He's hit, first, second, third, fourth. At times he was down when he wasn't going as well. He had a really slow start, but when he caught fire, he really, really, really clicked, and really part of why our offense started clicking, collectively. Hensley was probably our most consistent guy from opening day till the day he got called up to the big leagues. Just always having really good at bats. The production was always there. We got a number of guys in the league leader columns offensively, but to have Jiner Diaz come through after just tearing up Double A, and continuing to do special things offensively. Home run numbers upticked once he got here. J.J. Matievic was our guy early on, but he's spent a couple different stints in the big league, so he hasn't really been, in our lineup often. At times he's always good to have in a lineup when he's here, but he's somebody who's probably would have had a really, really big year had he been here the whole season. A number of guys, Taylor Jones, once he got healthy and got here, got off to a slow start, but now he's going pretty good. And then we got Jake Myers. Jake Myers, down from the big leagues, trying to get some things worked out offensively, trying to get some confidence back and get him rolling. So, I mean, we've gone through a number of really, really good players, and like I said, some guys started off slow and got it going, but I really like where our guys are at right now, and I think we've shaped up to be a really, really dangerous team. To see us jump, in the team categories of runs scored and home runs, from where we were in the first half is incredible. And Sugarland, you might not know it, but it's not exactly an offensive, ballpark. Some of these El Pasos and Albuquerques and Vegas, some of these places are, the ball's flying. Sugarland is kind of the opposite. So to see the numbers we've put up collectively is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I would say so. A lot of right talent for this team. And last question here. So what's kind of, I guess, the daily schedule for you when preparing for a game? What do you kind of do throughout the day before a game?
Well, as long as it's not raining like it has been the last 3 or 4 days. Basically my scheduling starts on Sunday. I start to plan out what I think we need. With Monday being our off day, I start to look over, my next 3 days of lineups and who could use off days, who can play where, what catcher to catch what pitcher, who needs work. So I start with the lineup, and then I go what work on field needs to be done prior to the game. If we did something that I didn't like in the previous series, missed a cutoff man, catchers didn't throw well to the bases, do we need to work on rundowns, whatever it is team fundamental wise, I'll plug that in and pick a day throughout the week that we can get that accomplished. And then, just a normal every day of hitting and defense. The guys come in early, get some cage work in. We go outside if we can get out there without the rain. Take our ground balls. Outfielders take their live reads and their, machine ground balls or balls off the bat, whatever is needed to hit on our defensive goals. and then we take BP and get ready for the game. And then there's also cage after BP. So these guys hit a lot. I mean, they dedicate their lives to this game, and hitting is the toughest thing to do in all of sports. So hitting is very important and kind of what gets these guys locked in. So there's a whole lot of cage, there's a whole lot of hitting, there's a whole lot of defense, and recovery is basically after the game. Get whatever recovery you need in the weight room and in the training room, and then get some sleep, and then we're back at it because we play every day except Monday. So it's a whirlwind, but these guys are groomed for it. This is what you do when you're a professional. So these guys handle themselves really well. I run a pretty strict schedule, pretty tight schedule, and they respond off it. So it's been really good in those aspects. So hats off to the players and staff for checking in every day and being pros and being able to post up and do what's needed to be done. And a lot of why we turned the season around is because of the work that was put in.
Yeah, I think you're doing a great job managing this team. Love the way you planned everything out, and thank you so much for the time.
You got it.